It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions, next on Madden Football.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. While there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Eckler on second. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a quick pass to the right side, cut. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On second down, Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. The toss now to Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Now, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Has a man, it's Ertz. will head out of bounds after a small gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Motioning left is their running back. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal. Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. The 40. Hits the 20. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They aren't afraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels coming back after that pick. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender. And even more so, the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Second down and 10. Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They'll make a bid for it on the ground, and they will score. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Khalif Raymond to return it. He lost the football. And the ball skips out of bounds. Lucky for them, no lost fumble there on the kick return. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Goff taking it right to the air. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now it's second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. Into the second level past the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Goff on 1st and 10. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Montgomery scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish off their opening drive. David Montgomery with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Man in motion, out of the slot. Complete out to the right side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Plowing up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's 1st downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this, but just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. An option give to Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, it's Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Now Daniels off the play action. Finds his target, Robinson. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're running the option, short side, and he only gets this one down to the 9. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down.
And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Greg Reynolds to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. The Lions looking for a score just before the break. Williams coming in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He finds Laporta. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff to the air now. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. He completes it in traffic. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout, their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Throwing again, it's Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels now. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. From the gun, it's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Again, Daniels to the air. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short on the 15. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
On Down comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Seibert's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Reynolds with a return. Some good work on that return, Brock. Gets this up to the 33. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Goff on 1st and 10. Throw complete to Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw from Goff. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake, And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's brought down for a loss. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Third down, 1 yard to go. From the gun, Goff. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. That one's complete over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Able to find Ertz. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now pitch it to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Daniels on 1st down. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Robinson is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game up. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Reynolds with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off play action. Goff. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He puts some juice on a deep throw. That's complete inside the 35. Give him a full 40 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing again, it's Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Goff back to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. It is caught left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Daniels escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Now Daniels off the play action. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the 38. Getting out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw it. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They go play action with Goff. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions leading by 7. New set of downs for them from the 46. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Still going past the 40. And he gets this down to the 38. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. He'll look to throw it. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm. But these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.